Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today is a beautiful Wednesday, but the tea we are about to spill is anything but sunny. Grab your iced coffees, lock your doors, and prepare yourselves, because today's update is going to take us on a wild, dark ride. Let's jump right into the madness. Oh my god. I'm screaming. I literally cannot even deal right now. Okay, but listen. You guys know I am always here for the fashion drama and the love triangles, but what just happened to Electra Forrester? I was eating dinner and literally choked on my food. My jaw dropped to the actual floor. I had to pause my screen and text my friend immediately because I was like, are you serious right now? This is not just corporate sabotage or stolen designs anymore. This is literally a true crime documentary happening right in the middle of Los Angeles, and I am hyperventilating. Honestly, seriously, this is the most unhinged thing the writers have ever done, and I am so here for it, but also so incredibly terrified for our girl. So picture this. Electra is exhausted, right? She has been dealing with so much absolute garbage lately. Ridge is literally breathing down her neck, acting like an overbearing dictator, giving her these insane ultimatums about cutting ties with Will Spencer. And RJ is just hovering around her like a wounded puppy after Will beat him to a pulp, which is insane by the way. I still can't believe Will just wailed on him like that at the beach house. So Electra finally gets away from all the Forrester Creations madness. She just wants to go home to her apartment, kick off her heels, and probably cry into a glass of wine about her ruined love life. She unlocks her door, thinking she is finally safe in her own private space. But no, she is not. She walks into her living room and what does she see? A dead body. I am not exaggerating. A literal dead stranger is just lying there right in the middle of her living room floor. I can't breathe. I actually can't breathe. Imagine walking into your sanctuary, the place you just moved into to escape the beach house drama, and there is a corpse on your rug. The audacity. And it wasn't just like a peaceful passing, oh no. There were suspicious marks all over the victim. Like, signs of a struggle or something incredibly sinister. At this point I'm yelling at my screen, Electra, run! Get out of there! But she is just frozen in pure horror. The psychological trauma of that? Not okay. I swear she needs to get it together and call 911, but she is just in absolute shock. Oh wait, before that happened, actually. I forgot to mention earlier, but we have to talk about who this dead person is. So apparently, this victim is tied to Remy Price's dark past. Yes, that Remy Price. The one who has been obsessively stalking Deke Sharp, trying to manipulate everyone, and sneaking around the Forrester building like a total creep. We all knew Remy had a shady history with those deepfake mistakes and his manipulative behavior, but a murder connection? That is a whole new level of dark. Why is someone from Remy's past dead in Electra's apartment? Is Remy trying to frame her? Is Remy sending a message to the Forresters? Honestly, Remy is so unhinged, I wouldn't put anything past him. He's been glaring at Will and Electra at the bikini bar, so maybe this is his sick way of getting revenge or asserting dominance. Mark my words, Remy is going to be the ultimate villain this season. Okay, where was I? Right, so the police arrive. Sirens everywhere, flashing lights, the whole 9 yards. They completely lock down the scene. Crime scene tape is going up across Electra's door, forensics teams are swarming her living room, and Electra is just standing there shaking like a leaf. And you guys, this is where it gets so dramatic. The police start questioning her, and because she lives alone and just got home, she has no alibi. None. Zero. She can't prove where she was during the exact time of death, probably because she was wandering around depressed about Will or hiding from Ridge's endless lectures. So now, the LAPD is looking at Electra Forrester, this beautiful, wealthy jewelry designer, as the prime suspect in a homicide investigation. I'm dead. I am literally deceased. They actually think she did it. And don't even get me started on the PR nightmare this is causing for Forrester Creations. Steffi Forrester Finnegan is probably going to have an actual aneurysm. Think about it. Forrester is already bleeding out in the press because Hope Logan Spencer just defected to Logan and completely hijacked Eric's haute couture show. The media is already writing articles about how Forrester is falling apart. And now the lead jewelry designer is a murder suspect. The headlines are going to be brutal. Forrester Creations, from fashion to felonies. Steffi is going to lose her absolute mind. She's already in crisis management mode, and now she has to deal with a murder scandal? Honestly, Steffi needs a vacation. Or a very strong drink. This incident severely damages Electra's reputation and the entire Forrester family's legacy. Wait, did I already say that about Hope? Whatever, anyway, back to Electra. So she is panicking, the police are treating her like a criminal, and she is allowed to make a phone call. And this is the part that made me literally jump off my couch and scream. Who does she call? Does she call Ridge, the man who has been trying to control her life and act like her father? No. Does she call RJ, the guy she literally just moved out of the beach house with to go get medical treatment? No. She calls Will Spencer. I repeat, she calls Will Spencer. I am crying tears of joy but also panic. She just dumped Will. She literally threw her necklace at his chest and told him they were done because he was too violent and kept Logan's corporate secrets. But in her darkest, most terrifying moment, when she is accused of murder and her home is a crime scene, the only person she wants is Will. Why would she do that? Actually, I know exactly why. Because deep down, she knows Will is her ultimate protector. RJ is sweet, sure, but RJ can't even throw a punch to save his own life. Will is a Spencer. Will has that ruthless, protective energy. When Will gets that phone call, he is going to go absolutely feral. I'm calling it now, this is going to end badly for whoever framed Electra. Will was just crying to his dad, Bill Spencer, about losing her. And Bill told him to never give up, that keeping secrets was just business, and to fight for his woman. Well, guess what, Bill? Your son is about to fight a literal murder charge for his girlfriend. Will is going to tear Los Angeles apart to prove Electra is innocent. He is going to unleash that Spencer brutality on Remy Price or whoever is responsible, and honestly, I am here for it. But seriously, we need to talk about Electra's mental state right now because she is not okay. She is deeply, deeply traumatized. Imagine the psychological toll of finding a corpse in your safe space. The mysterious death right in her private space leaves Electra heavily traumatized. Your home is supposed to be your sanctuary, the one place you can lock the door and keep the crazy Forrester and Logan fashion wars outside. Now, that space is violated. It's a crime scene. There are suspicious marks on the victim and probably evidence all over her floor. She is never going to feel safe in that apartment again. She is going to have nightmares. She is going to be looking over her shoulder constantly. I swear, the writers are putting this girl through the absolute ringer. First her jewelry line gets paused by Ridge, then her boyfriend lies to her and beats up her cousin, and now she is framed for murder? Give the girl a break. And how is RJ going to react to this? RJ is going to be so salty that Electra called Will instead of him. RJ has been playing the victim, acting like the good guy who got beat up by the big bad Spencer. But when push comes to shove, Electra didn't want the good guy who needs self-defense lessons. She wanted the guy who can actually protect her. I mean, it's so toxic but so romantic at the same time. I can't even deal. I am so invested in these people like they are my real-life friends. I want to text Electra and be like, girl, get a good lawyer and let Will handle the rest. But also, Will needs to be careful because Ridge is already looking for any excuse to have him arrested. If Will goes rogue and starts hunting down Remy Price, Ridge is going to call the cops on him too. Let's circle back to Remy for a second because I am obsessing over this. Remy has been trying to win back Deke Sharp, right? But Deke completely rejected him after the Logan fashion show success. Deke was like, no thanks, I'm a famous designer now, stay away. So Remy is desperate. A desperate Remy is a dangerous Remy. Did this victim know something about Remy's deepfake scandal? Was this victim blackmailing Remy? And why dump the body in Electra's apartment? Is it because Electra is close to Melissa Dillon, who is Remy's cousin? Oh my god. Wait. Melissa Dillon is Remy's cousin, and Melissa works for Electra. That has to be the connection. Remy is using Electra's apartment to hide his mess or send a message to Melissa. My mind is actually blown right now. The layers to this storyline are insane. The police are going to be all over Forrester Creations now. The detectives are going to be questioning everyone. Steffi is going to have to do press conferences denying that her lead jewelry designer is a killer. Ridge is going to use this to further isolate Electra, probably telling her that the Spencer drama brought this dark energy into her life. But Ridge is such a hypocrite. He literally punched Bill Spencer in the face like yesterday. How is he going to judge anyone for violence or crime? Ridge needs to sit down and be quiet, honestly. He is making everything worse. If he tries to stop Will from helping Electra, I am going to throw my remote at the TV. I just feel so bad for Electra. She is sitting in that police station, or standing outside her taped-off apartment, probably wrapped in one of those foil blankets, mascara running down her face, totally alone until Will bursts onto the scene. Because you know Will is going to burst through those police barricades like an absolute hero. He's probably going to bring Bill's high-powered Spencer lawyers with him. That is going to be such an iconic scene. Step away from my girlfriend, he's going to yell. And Electra is just going to collapse into his arms. The angst. The drama. The reconciliation. I am living for it. But they still have to figure out who the dead guy is and how to clear her name. Because right now, the evidence is stacked against her. No alibi, a dead body in her locked apartment, and a connection to her assistant's shady cousin. Wait, did I already mention that she doesn't have an alibi? Yes, but it's so important. Because in Los Angeles, if you don't have an alibi, the police basically just lock you up and throw away the key until a Spencer or a Forrester bails you out. And with her reputation on the line, Forrester Creations might actually suspend her. Can you imagine? First Hope leaves them in the dust, and now Electra is suspended for a homicide investigation. Eric Forrester is going to have a heart attack. He's already dealing with Donna's betrayal and the Logan fashion show ruining his haute couture comeback. Now his family is embroiled in a murder plot. The Forrester legacy is literally in shambles right now. I honestly don't know how they are going to recover from this. Okay, I need to calm down because my heart is racing and I am typing so fast my fingers hurt. I am calling it right now. Will is going to clear Electra's name, but he is going to have to cross some serious legal and moral lines to do it. He is going to tap into that dark dollar Bill Spencer energy. Remy Price is going to go on the run or hold someone hostage, probably Melissa Dillon or even Deke Sharp. And Electra is going to have to move into the Spencer mansion because she is never, ever going back to that apartment. Mark my words, this is going to be the storyline of the summer. I am so ready for the next episode. I literally cannot wait. I need answers now.